am Dr. Geoffrey Wango. I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Nairobi. Don't worry, Terry. Rose keeps telling me OGW. OGW stands for Order of the Grad Warrior. I was given an award.
You're an OGW.
Yes. But do I say?
But you've been doing a good job on that.
I thank God.
You creating awareness. You have articles from here to, you know, you love doing that and continue doing that.
By the way, I was so grateful when even you called me, because when we are trying to bring in mental health in this country, people never used to take an interest. By the way, I thank God for His grace. I'm one person who would even write articles on 10th of September to tell people about World Suicide Prevention Day. I have never forgotten the first time I went to one of the radios. They said, "Is that the suicide day?" Because they thought it is the day one is supposed to commit suicide.
Oh my
and even the questions of why is it even celebrated?
Can you imagine? So now there I am struggling. You know, this is a World Suicide Awareness and Prevention Day.
Yes.
And then, by the way, now we have really moved. Actually, September is Suicide Prevention Month. Yes. And then now the World Health Organization has gone further. It's also the Pain Awareness Month.
Pain awareness.
Yes, it's the pain awareness.
Because pain is what leads to all of these things.
I told you have become a psychologist the other day, you doubted. Now see,
satisfied now.
So now she's satisfied. You see. Actually, because the pain is what brings it. Yes. So I don't know where you want us to start, but
we can begin with the theme.
Don't worry.
Begin with the theme, and then maybe
we can begin with the
theme. We change the narrative.
Yes.
Okay, we will change the narrative then. And don't worry. If you have so many questions, anytime you want me here, I'll come. I really, let me tell you, suicide is becoming such a concern. Actually, there are two cases that we should really struggle with. That's why we are changing the theme. America is, with the United States of America, it has the highest suicide cases in the developed world. And whereas here we are talking of, I'll give you a bit of the statistics. The Americans are even more concerned, because when I show you, you see. Let me try it and then you see. It's estimated that 700 to 1 million people die by suicide every year.
That's a lot of people.
It's actually the third cause of death among people between 19 to 35 years. You see, when it's the third cause of death among people between 19 and 35,
we need to be concerned.
We should be so much concerned. But the other major issue that's where I wanted to show you is, for every person who dies by suicide, it is estimated that 2 to 4 people attempted suicide.
But were not successful, but they tried.
Thank you. You see, another certified. Nowadays, we are adding to it. Yes. Tell you, see the way she's doing well. Now let's try Terry. She can do the maths. You are not going to make it simple. If about 1 million people died by suicide, and then you multiply that by 2 to 4, you are saying about 2 to 4 million people attempted suicide. Now in America, now they are more worried, because it's about that number is about 8 to 10%. So they are going for things. So you see, and that is worrisome. It should concern us. By the way, in Kenya, I've now realized that there are groups of ladies who have formed groups because their sons have died by suicide.
Yes.
They come together.
I've seen those
form a community.
Yes.
Some have called me to speak to them. By the way, you're doing very well. I've been called by so many churches to speak to them.
Yes.
There I see church at Nimrock. In Kitegera.
That's good.
The Presbyterian Church in Dhome. The Presbyterian Church in Loiro. The Adventist Church in Gongong Road. You have so many listeners. They like your work.
All right.
And the conversation here is, why are we changing the narrative? Even as Christians and as people, we need to find out what are the issues that affect society. That's why truth FM is. That's what I realize. So, what are the issues that affect society? Like death by suicide. Why are people losing it? And it goes back to what we did with you and the other day with Terry, by the way, about our purpose for life and meaning. Because you see, our life begins with God. I'm one person now people have accepted, because I tell people, look, it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. God is there.
Yeah.
I mean, tell you, the sun is outside there.
Yeah.
You don't have to see it. It's there.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with God. God is out there. The point is, if you go out there, you see the sun. By the way, let me teach you a bit of science. Did you know after 6, when the sun comes, the sun starts generating oxygen? That's why if you want to sleep very well, I teach you a quick trick.
Yes.
After 6, open the window a bit when of your bedroom. You sleep for 3 hours. Because when the oxygen comes, it regenerates your body. So the sun is outside there, whether you see it or not. But what happens is that the sun sets its light and then changes everything with its light and the photosynthesis. Now let's go back to God, and then you see why suicide is very important to discuss. God created us, so God is there. Whether you know He's there or not, it doesn't matter. God is there. The point is, and you ask Reverend Muraya to do that, you are the one to know God. God already knows you.
Yeah.
So
we are the ones to know.
Yeah, God created you. So you know, people ask me, Professor Daktari, how come you believe in God? So I ask, where did I come from? It's God who brought me here. And it has 2 important words: meaning and purpose.
Meaning and purpose.
What is meaning? Meaning is, why are you here? Purpose is, how is it fulfilled? Let's go back to suicide. Why do people die by suicide? Suicide is, in this world, we all have challenges. I keep telling you, I come from Rogai. Nimetoka 6. Diaspora. Yes. And by the way, people of diaspora have been saying you that when I come here, nilete salam sao.
Okay.
We people of diaspora, we want to say that we are listening to Truth FM. Yes. By the way, you Siba, do you know there is even a Siba that has been visiting homes and eating small dogs? And I have a dog. I put a notice on my gate. You dare come here. I even text
was the eating small dogs necessary?
Yes, imagine. I had to give it a notice.
2 hours.
2 hours. Can you imagine? Threatening our lives. We will discuss that another day. For today, let's discuss suicide. We will discuss how lions should not visit us unnecessarily. Now, the point is, when you come to life has challenges. And let's, by the way, you know, I keep telling Teddy, my great friend, you have a mission to go to the young people. Terry, go and tell people the truth. Life has challenges.
It does.
You know, tell them God gives you life.
Yes.
2, life has challenges. Why? This thing of milk comes from the fridge is a lie. And I like the way she smiles every time I say that. It does not come from the fridge.
It does not come from
a cow.
You actually echoing what we were talking about today. That's what we began with today on the
I am so happy. So you have agreed.
How hard sometimes, you know, we can.
And life can be very challenging.
Yeah.
And so now, when life becomes very challenging, we go like we are going on a cliff. And when you reach the cliff, there are some people who opt out
to go over.
But
Yes.
there is Terry, Rose, and Wango, and many others who decide, no, where is God? God gave us life, and we must go back and ask God, what is the purpose and the meaning of our lives? I'm not preaching.
Yes.
I'm talking about suicide.
Yes.
So these other people opt out. These people who opt out are of 2 categories.
Yes.
Now, and that's where suicide becomes important. There are those who cry, I want to die. This word has no meaning. I feel like it has reached an end. That is one category. Those ones steady, we need to calm them down when they at you with the rose. Excuse me, please. Calm down. Take some water. Have you eaten today? No. Okay. I can only afford to give you a packet of milk. Let's talk. What's going on? It's this relationship. Kuna usupu anaitwa Terry. About years, she has another guy.
One person texted us this morning and said,
About the
my fiancé has left me and I do not want to continue living without her. That was problematic.
Of course it's problematic.
It's in that,
not even
it's in
married.
that Facebook. Yeah, they're not even married,
Yes.
but already he's seeing his life without this girl is impossible.
And the worst, Terry, now I'm going to tell you a joke in this thing, so, but don't get offended. The worst, with due respect, Terry, I will laugh the joke. I know you are very serious today. The worst is when it is announced by the watchman. Aliniambia nisikufungulie tena.
Yes.
You know, and then the other thing, by the way, Terry, I agree with you. Let us always connect with the Internet of Things. It is when you see your spouse ameannounce hapo anapata anaolewa ama ako na mtu mwingine. Yani wewe, do you know there is somebody who called me one time at 2. Incidentally, I had not switched off my phone. On that day for some good luck, for some luck. Do you know aliniambia nini? Imagine nimefungua Facebook ya my BFF. Nikakuta picha sa boy anamuoa. Yani mtu ameweka Terry.
Shocking.
Vitu umefungua Twitter, Facebook, umekuta ule mtu as in at 1 o'clock.
You feel like you can't breathe.
Do you know that person can't breathe?
You cannot breathe.
Yes.
So let us understand a few aspects that can cause this, like relationship.
Yes.
Like when you go to work and you are told there's no more work.
Yes.
Like when you are retrenched.
Yes.
Like when you with due respect, and unfortunately with due respect, like the incident where the children were burnt in Nyeri.
How the parents are feeling.
Because the mother reaches there, and if my child has gone, then I have no more purpose.
And perhaps it was an only child.
And it was
an Isaac that you've been praying for.
4 years.
And then they are gone now.
Yes, but there I would differ slightly with due respect. There's no child like another.
Yes.
I have tried to tell people that. Even if uko na watoto 5,
6, 8,
hata 11.
Yes.
And we thank God kama uko na wengi. It is still this child is. This is my child.
Unique.
Thank you. Oh my, when she's great, unique. I love this. It's just this child, he or she's, and you feel you are reaching the edge. So there is those who are crying for help.
Yeah.
When you beat that lady, that gentleman, and he or she is crying and saying, I have no purpose in life, let us tell them there is a purpose. We may not be God. We may not understand what God has done.
Yeah.
And with due respect, whatever has happened is overwhelming. I mean, kuachwa na boyfriend na girlfriend, you have invested, Terry, emotionally, financially, time. I like this girl. I think with Terry, our greatest problem with the relationship is time. Even the other time we talked here, she kept saying time.
She has many problems there.
I think Terry's major problem is time. I think you should be buying your boyfriend some clothes. You can know money is also important. Kutuma fair. You should know. So you can imagine at that point in time. So when this person is saying, I want to die, they are crying for help.
Yes.
Please, you ask me what is the theme? Changing the narrative.
Yes, changing the
So
narrative.
what is the narrative here now? Let us try to understand them. Let us empathize. Let us receive them and tell them life has not reached an edge. Maana tumefanya one group. Naona umestuka. Sasa now let's do the second group. The second group are those who feel life has reached an edge.
Yes.
Umeona nimefanya the two. So in suicide there are two groups. There are those who say I want to die.
Yeah.
Those ones don't want to commit suicide or die by suicide. They are simply crying out. They are saying, I'm exhausted. Life is hard. This is becoming too much. We need to hug them. We need to tell them, we love you. We care for you. This happened. But now they are the group that now we are concerned. The one that make the statistics. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
These are not statistics. These are people. These are human beings.
Yeah.
They are our brothers. They are our sisters. They are our husbands, our wives, our fathers,
What's
our
this other
daughters.
group? I'm still lost. This other group.
There are two groups.
Yes.
There are those who cry for help.
Yes.
When people say, I want to die, they may not necessarily want to die.
Yeah.
They just want to be heard.
Yeah, they just like, oh my, that's the best word. They just want to be heard.
Yes.
They feel like this overwhelming.
Yeah.
But now they are the group that actually want to die.
Really
These are the group that even have attempted suicide once,
twice,
thrice. By the way, the more someone has attempted suicide, the more you should take it very seriously.
Right.
At 2, the more the lethal. Najua kuna mtu, let me show you, then you see. You know, more women than men commit suicide, more women than men attempt suicide. Oh yes. Women will even take a Panadol, akunywe hata kapiriton bili, alafu analala 24 hours anaamka. More men than women commit suicide successfully. Why? Because they are more lethal.
Okay.
That's why you see they use a gun.
They go hard. Yes.
That's why we say, for instance, why do police officers, with due respect, commit more suicide than teachers? No, mimi niko na choko na karamu. Sasa choko itaniua siku gani? But when a police officer has a gun, and they unfortunately they feel that their girlfriend, and I want to say, I have really liked for the last 5 years. I have liked the way the police officers have received our counsel, and the rates have gone down. Although people feel they have, let's sometimes appreciate our media.
Yeah.
You guys have done well. I mean, the situation has changed. They say the other day that, and people called me to say, it is true, it has changed. Police officers are listening, and we are telling them, look, you have a gun. It's not the same. Telling you have only a microphone. Sasa wewe hata ukisikia unataka maisha imekuwa gumu. By the time weke microphone chini, hakuna kitu utakuwa umefanya. But when someone has a gun and turns it to them, thank you. It's lethal.
Yes.
That's why men are more lethal. And the other thing is that men are also, men, if another, as unfortunate, if someone died on 24th floor, the next man does not go to 23rd. He must go to 28. Unajua the ego. Unajua ule mwingine alikufa 24. Sasa ndio naye awekwa kwa gazeti 28. Ndio ajulikane. Thank you, Teddy.